Bonjour and welcome to Paris Top Tips. Today, I've got the ultimate guide to navigating the Paris Metro in 2025. If you've visited Paris before, you might be surprised. This year, things have changed a big way. Say goodbye to those old cardboard tickets and hello to a new streamlined tech-forward system. From brand new pricing schemes to using your smartphone as a ticket, I'll show you everything you need to know to make your travel in Paris as smooth as possible. Here's what we'll cover in this video. First, an overview of the different public transport options in Paris and its region. Then, how to use the Paris Metro efficiently, including navigating maps and stations. The new tickets and fares systems for 2025. A detailed look at the Navigo Easy and Navigo Découverte cards, including their differences and how to get them. And finally, how to turn your smartphone into your metro ticket. Each chapter is clearly marked into the video workflow, so feel free to jump into the section you're most interested in. Let's dive in. Paris is the center of a very complex transport system. The Paris region is covered with a dense mesh of bus, tram, metro and train service networks. For Paris and its inner suburbs alone, there are 16 metro lines, 347 bus lines, 10 tram lines and 5 area lines. Oh yes, I forgot, there's also a funicular. Let's dig a little deeper. The Paris Metro, short for Métropolitain, is a rapid transit system, mostly underground and 228.1 kilometers long. There are 320 stations, so wherever you are in Paris, you're never more than 500 meters away from a metro station. There are 16 lines of metro and 2 of them, lines 1 and 14, and very soon 3 with the addition of line 4 are automated. Metros run every 2 or 3 minutes in peak hour and every 5 to 6 minutes off peak hours. The Réseau Express Régional, commonly abbreviated RER, is a hybrid commuter rail and rapid transit system serving Paris and its suburbs. It acts as a combined Paris city center underground rail system and suburbs to city center commuter rail. The RER networks consist of 5 lines A, B, C, D and E and has 257 stations, 33 of which are within the city of Paris. In the city center, it functions similarly to the Paris Metro, but is faster and has fewer stops. The Paris region is served by 12 tramway lines, mostly in suburban areas. However, lines T3A and T3B operate entirely within the city limits of Paris. And, as seen in this footage, line T2 also traverses part of its route within the city. Paris bus lines interconnect all points of the capital and its closest suburban cities. There are 58 bus lines operating in Paris that have a terminus within the city limits and 289 more lines in the suburbs. The Montmartre Funicular carries passengers between the base of Montmartre and its summit, accessing the nearby Sacré-Cœur Basilica. The funicular is considered to be part of the Paris Metro network and so has similar pricing. Regarding metro schedules, the initial metro service begins at 5:30 in the morning, with the final metro departing at 1:15 am, except on Friday and Saturday evenings, when the service extends until 2:15 am. To locate a metro station, simply keep an eye out for a prominent yellow M on the street. Just be cautious not to mistake it for a McDonald's. Here's one of the most beautiful metro entrances in Paris, the Abbesse station in Montmartre. Now let's get past the turnstile. Normally, you shouldn't have one of these cardboard tickets, as they are being phased out. But if it's the case, just insert it in the slot and do not forget to take it back. As we'll see in the next chapter, in 2025 you will enter the metro using a Navigo card or your mobile phone. If it's the case, just approach any gate and simply pass your card or phone over the designated purple area. Once you're inside, keep an eye out for signs like these. Within, you'll discover the line number, its terminus on one side, and a comprehensive list of all stops, along with connections to other metro and RER lines. Additionally, various information screens are available for your convenience. On this screen, you can view the estimated arrival times of the next metros at this station, along with information regarding any disruptions on other metro or RER lines. This other screen provides information on above-ground bus routes, indicating their arrival times if applicable. On the platform, you'll always find a sign displaying the waiting time for the next two trains. In most metros, the doors open automatically. However, be cautious, as in others, you may need to press a button, and as seen here, sometimes lift a latch. On the three automated lines, 1, 4 and 14, you'll encounter automatic double doors. Various metro lines boast different interior designs. Regardless, if you find yourself close to the doors, exercise caution and stay vigilant against pickpockets. Similarly, in the RER, the organization varies depending on whether the train has a single floor or two floors. On the bus, similar to metro stations, you must either validate your Navigo card or phone by placing it on the purple surface or insert a ticket into the designated machine. As you approach your bus stop, remember to press the stop button to signal the driver to open the doors for you. The process is identical for tramways as it is for buses. Either validate your Navigo card or phone on the purple surface, or insert a ticket into the designated machine. This was a Paris Metro cardboard ticket, officially known as the T+ ticket, but affectionately called the Ticket Metro by everyone. 2025 marks a revolutionary change in Paris transport pricing. Here's what you need to know. No more cardboard tickets. Traditional paper tickets are now history. Instead, you'll use rechargeable cards or digital solutions, which are much more convenient and eco-friendly. When priced for any journey, no matter the distance or zones.
No more confusing zones. No need to worry if you are in zone 1 or in zone 5 or somewhere in between. You'll pay the same fare whether you're zipping across the city or journeying to the far reaches of Île-de-France. It's €2.50 for the metro, RER or train and €2 for the bus or tram. Sounds simple, right? Well, hold on just a second, because this revolution doesn't quite mean total simplicity. We're still going to have two different tickets. Yep, one for the metro and trains, and the other one for buses and trams. So if you're dreaming for one magical ticket that would let you hop from a bus to a metro without second thought? Dream on. 2 tickets, 2 prices. And yes, you'll still need to pay separately for a connection between, say, a bus and an RER. Okay, sarcasm aside, this change does bring some serious benefits, especially for occasional travelers and suburban residents.
From January 2025, 2 tickets are available and replace all others. If you're taking the train, RER or metro, your journey will now cost €2.50, no matter where you're headed. Even if you're traveling to the farthest reaches of Île-de-France. For example, if you're heading to Versailles or Disneyland, the one-way fare will be just €2.50 per person. And if you're taking the bus or tram, your journey will cost only €2, no matter where you're going. But beware, the metro train RER ticket is only valid on metro, train and RER lines, while the bus tram ticket is only valid on bus and tram lines. So if you're making a connection between, say, the RER and a bus, you'll need 2 separate tickets. Both of these tickets will also be available at a reduced rate for children under 10 and disabled people. In 2025, there will be a single fare of €13 whether you're taking the Metro Line 14 or the Orly bus to reach Orly, or the Roissy bus or the RER-B to go to Charles de Gaulle Airport. You can purchase tickets for all means of public transport in Paris at the ticket offices, when there's one, or at vending machines like these. There are 2 types of machines. The old ones with rollers and those with touch screens. Now that cardboard versions are no more available, you must load tickets onto a rechargeable pass or your phone. First option, the Navigo Easy Pass. You can purchase your Navigo Easy Pass for €2 at all counters at metro stations or on most vending machines. When you want to purchase your Navigo Easy card on a vending machine, just press English and then Tickets and choose between metro and bus tickets. As you can see, it tells you you'll have to purchase a Navigo Easy Pass for €2. Click on I understand, enter the number of cards you'll need, and then on Continue to be able to select the number of tickets you will want on your new card. You can do the same if you want to purchase bus tickets. Of course, you can have bus tickets and metro tickets loaded on the same card. If you already have a Navigo Easy Pass, place it in the purple container and select Reload Navigo Pass. You can also load day passes on your Navigo Easy card. And as the Navigo Easy card is personal, you can't use it simultaneously for 2 different people. You have to purchase another one, as we do here. And then you just have to select for which day you want a day pass. The day pass costs €12 and provides unlimited travel throughout the whole Paris region, at the exception of the 2 airports for which you need a specific ticket. The airport ticket price is €13 plus €2 for the Navigo Easy card if you don't have one. For even better value, consider purchasing a Navigo Découverte card loaded with a Navigo weekly pass if you're staying for a few days and plan to travel extensively. You can buy a Navigo Découverte card for €5 at any metro station counter. Put your first name, last name and attach a photo to the card. Then, just place your Navigo Découverte card in the purple container and select Reload Navigo Pass. The weekly pass costs only €31.60 in 2025 for unlimited travel in Paris and its region using all the public transport networks, including to the airports. The only drawback of the weekly pass is that it doesn't operate on a rolling 7-day basis, but always starts on a Monday and finishes on a Sunday. and you can't purchase it after Thursday evening. The Navigo Découverte card remains valid for 10 years, meaning that on your next visit to Paris, you might only need to recharge it instead of getting a new one. The Paris Transport Organization actively encourages tourists to purchase the Paris Visit Day Pass for €29.90, which can be loaded onto a Navigo Easy card. I've made a detailed video about this pass linked on the top right, and here's my verdict. In my honest opinion, it's rarely worth it. So, Easy or Découverte? What's the most interesting for you?
Navigo Easy is an anonymous pass. You can give it to someone else, though two people can't use it at the same time. Navigo Découverte includes a name card with your photo, plus a smart card supporting the Navigo Weekly Pass. These two cards are inseparable and cannot be transferred to another person. Navigo Easy card costs €2, Navigo Découverte card costs €5, plus a photo of you.
On Navigo Easy, you can upload Metro RER train tickets, bus tram tickets, daily passes, airport tickets, and Paris Visit Pass. On Navigo Découverte, you can upload daily, weekly, or monthly passes.
So, which one is the most interesting for you?
The cost of a Navigo Weekly Pass is approximately equivalent to the price of 13 individual Metro RER train tickets. But if you add the round trip to the airport, the value of the weekly Navigo Pass becomes even clearer. It then costs the same as 2 airport tickets plus just 3 individual Metro RER tickets. And you have unlimited access to the whole Paris region via metro, bus, tramway, RER and regional train, and even the Montmartre Funicular. But ultimately, the best choice depends on how long you plan to stay in Paris and your specific travel needs. Now let me show you how to use your smartphone as the easiest and cheapest way to pay for public transport in Paris. Or your Samsung Galaxy or Apple Watch if you have one.
To make payment via smartphone, you'll need an app. But because we're in France, in a land where simplicity seems to be a rare commodity, you've got not one, not two, but 3 options. Bonjour RATP by the RATP, the Paris Metro Company, SNCF Connect by the French National Railway Company, and lastly, there's EDF Mobilité, the master application that the other two simply emulate. Hence, EDF Mobilité is the one we'll be using for this video. Île-de-France Mobilité is the brand name of the Syndicat des Transports d'Île-de-France, the organization authority that controls and coordinates the different transport companies operating in the whole Paris and Île-de-France region. Île-de-France Mobilité is also an app that is available for most Android smartphones and on iPhones too. Using this incredibly useful app, you can easily locate your desired destination on a map, then search for the best transport solutions to go there and the best route. You can also receive all the necessary information on network disruptions and current interruptions. But the main feature for me is the ability to purchase very easily your ticket or your pass, and then use your smartphone as the tool to validate your right to travel. For Android phones, to load titles into your NFC-enabled device, secure storage of titles is essential. This service is available on the majority of phones starting from Android version 8. So, your smartphone is NFC compliant. You still have to make sure that NFC is enabled then. For this, go on the settings of your smartphone, search for NFC, and then make sure that you can use NFC. Now, let's install the Île-de-France Mobilité app from the Play Store on Android or the App Store on iOS. Search for Île-de-France Mobilité, as displayed on the screen. Then, click on Install and wait for the app to be ready to use. There we are. Let's click on Open. You have to allow the notifications and approve the privacy policy.
you can then take a look at a few interesting information pages, on which I will go fast for this video. Now you have to allow the app to access your location. OK, let's click on the Purchase button. You have to allow call management by the app for it to test the compatibility of your phone. You then get a few more information screens. You can also use the app to upload your Navigo Easy or Navigo Découverte card if you have one, but that's not what we are interested about in this video. With the app, you'll be able to pay with your credit card, with Samsung Pay on a Samsung device and Apple Pay on an iPhone. Now, let's see what we can purchase with the app. Just click on Purchase at the bottom of the screen, and as you can see, the app shows me what tickets or pass I still have on my phone. Let's click on Purchase a ticket. I then can choose single tickets. Those will be airport tickets, metro train tickets or bus tram tickets. Clicking on Day tickets will lead you to the €12 Navigo one-day pass. Then you can choose for which day you want to purchase this pass. And clicking on Package will lead you to the rather useless Paris Visit passes and to the weekly or monthly Navigo pass. On the Bonjour RATP and the SNCF Connect apps, the display will be a bit different, but you'll be able to purchase exactly the same tickets or passes. Now let's add a Navigo weekly pass on the smartphone. I have to have a Connect account in order to add a Navigo pass on my smartphone. Scroll down to No account yet and create your account. When this is done, tick the box on Confirm. Now I just have to add a photo of me. It can be made right now, or I can select a photo on my smartphone. The photo is here to be able to identify you in case of control. Okay, let's take a picture. What a handsome guy! So now I can purchase my weekly pass. Add your email, which will be used to send you a receipt, tick the box and click on Buy. Add your credit card details. Confirm with your bank app. And you're done. The weekly pass is being loaded on your smartphone. Since May 2024, Apple users can use their iPhone or Apple Watch to travel on the Île-de-France region public transport network. It's an option long awaited by Apple users and one whose implementation kept being delayed. From now on, your Navigo Pass is seamlessly integrated into your iPhone right within the Apple Wallet app called Apple Carte in French. But, and it's a big but, while you can purchase tickets and passes directly within your Apple Wallet, not all options are available. Some subscriptions cannot be managed from the iPhone or Apple Watch. The Apple Wallet allows you to buy single metro or bus tickets, full fare and half fare, airport tickets and Navigo Day passes directly. However, to purchase weekly and monthly Navigo passes, you need to use the official Île-de-France Mobility app, just like on Android phones. And just like on Android phones, purchasing a Navigo monthly or weekly pass to be loaded onto your iPhone or connected watch requires authentication on Île-de-France Mobility Connect. As a reminder, this authentication is mandatory in order to be able to identify you during a ticket control. So, at last, all modern smartphone users, including Apple iPhones, can use their phones to validate their ticket in the Paris metro. Let's go in the metro and try this. Be sure to have your smartphone switched on, with NFC enabled, and pass it above the purple zone. You see? It works! Do you own a Samsung Galaxy Watch 4, 5 or 6 or an Apple Watch? You can now also validate without contact at the station, directly with your connected watch. This short film created by Île-de-France Mobilité explains how to do it. To validate your public transport journey using a Samsung Galaxy Watch, you'll need the following: an Android phone version 8 minimum with the Île-de-France Mobilité application, and a Samsung Galaxy Watch 4, 5 or 6 connected to your smartphone via Bluetooth. Then you just have to open the app and in the purchase section select Sur ma Samsung Galaxy Watch. It's the same process as per storing tickets on your phone, except it will be on your watch, which will then be used to validate your journey. It works roughly the same way with Apple Watches. I hope this video will be useful to you. If you have any question, I always answer to all comments.